The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
I'd rather get it out the mud than get it for free. I'd rather settle it up front than run and retreat. I son these niggas just for fun, no need for caprice. And if you tell me that I'm done, you must think I'm deceased. With every breath I take, I'm taking it further. Fuck the word a couple times and deserter. Killing niggas off with every word, I'm talking first degree murder. Just sit back, relax, be the observer. See niggas really want me out of line, I'm seeing the signs. Every time I speak what's on my mind, I'm reaching divine. No, I need my mental realign, so I'm taking my time. But I can't let these people just define what they don't understand. I'm a real nigga, it's deep in my veins. And if you cut me open right now, you'd understand the reason I speak with the pain. I know a lot of people seek my defeat and it's strange, cause they gon' be the real reason I peak with the fame. All these opinions from people who never made it, I truly would rather speak with the greatest. I'm talking Drake, Cole, and Lil Wayne. Man, I know I ain't famous, but I'ma make them seek me out when they play this. The name is King Art, reppin' that Southeast. Niggas always doubt me, but I keep it real. Other niggas hella mouthy. Pillow talking niggas always saying shit about me. Every time we bring it up, the conversation get cloudy, so I learn to move different. I never ask for permission, only forgiveness from the people who would choose to listen. A lot of niggas turn they back, I guess they mood switching. I tried to hold it all in, but man, it's too tempting. Listen, we don't compare, I thought you knew different. I thought you knew better than this, I guess you fools slipping. See, jealousy gon' take control and have you tomb digging. And we gon' leave you in that bowl like the spoon missing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of another episode of Straight Talk No Chase.
He
live
his own show.
We are joined here with myself, the Honorable Trip Simpson, in the building, along with Kirk Keys and our special guest filling in for Cosby Digital today. Sir, introduce yourself and tell the people who you are.
Oh yeah, Aunt Barry.
Okay.
From where?
From Detroit, 313. We started this at 313 specifically for that.
Okay.
From what podcast?
Oh yeah.
Nah,
From the Smart Trip
I'm
Podcast.
Intro bad.
Smart Trip Podcast?
Smart Trip Podcast.
Okay.
One of the representatives coming over here saying what's up to y'all.
Facts. That's what's up, man. Hey, do you know the niggas who made McGraw Ave?
McGraw Ave?
You don't watch that show? Some Detroit niggas, like, they make all of Detroit Amazon movies, all that shit.
Gotta check it out.
Yeah.
I feel left out now.
Nah, it's a good show. Shit,
I gotta say, King Art, that intro was mean.
Oh yeah. That's my man. I work with him. Young guy.
That video was a nice video too. I think I gotta send you some clips, so I'm in it too.
So you know what? I played the Trippin' Ain't Easy
I know.
intro.
I saw that. I wanna be a part of it because Cohen made it. Well,
yeah, that's true. Actually, no, you are in it. You are in it.
I wasn't watching the beginning. I might have missed.
Well, what I did was I used this app called Beatleap. So I didn't even really do it. I just put a bunch of pictures in.
You need to put some of you on the news so people know how this all got started.
That's true.
Loafing.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into a little bit of that today because I guess that's has a little bit to do with what we got going on.
Topic.
But my opinion is drastically different from back then when it regards this specific situation. But real quick, Kurt, what you got going on? And then we'll get into the show.
Man, unlike usual, this is our third show this week. We had Monday, Thursday, and today's Saturday. So if you heard Monday, so you know what I got going on. Thursday, I executive produced our first show, so you should go back and watch that if you're watching this.
Facts.
The next one was supposed to be part 2 of that, but we're going to do part 2 next week because today is a special edition.
For sure.
So, yeah, we just going to talk about that for real. I just spent so far this weekend was hanging with some kids from the school that the teacher actually... who we're about to talk about.
You talking about Keenan Anderson?
Yes, exactly. Keenan Anderson, the school that he teaches at. I'm not going to actually name drop them. Y'all can Google it if you want to. So, yeah, but the kids, I was just with them. So it's interesting hearing their perspective of everything going on and hearing their perspective of the video and all of that good stuff. And the fact that, like, even kids got to watch their teacher get murdered. You know what I'm saying? So, like, think about that. That's an interesting perspective as well. So, yeah, that's all I got really going on right now.
Facts. All right, so if you haven't heard, ladies and gentlemen, the new big hoopla for the week to cover up the Biden administration fucking everything up is DC public charter school teacher Keenan Anderson. I think he's from LA, correct?
Yes.
So he was in LA over the past week, and he ended up dying after being in police custody. Now, when I first heard about this story, it was definitely alarming, but speaking for myself, my spidey senses started tingling because I saw it on Sean King's page.
I saw it on Shaka Bar's page first.
And if you know me, you know I cannot stand Martin Luther Cream. I can't stand that dude, man.
I actually like Shaka, but I feel like he's also like one of them agents of chaos type situations.
Talking about
Shaka Bar,
yeah,
the African dude. Yeah, so, but Sean King, yeah, also an agent of chaos.
Sean King,
and I don't really
agent.
rock with him now.
So, real quick, I'm gonna play what I actually saw on Sean King's page, and then we're gonna get to the evidence. All right, so let's get to that real quick. All right. So here's what Sean King posted.
Turn over, I'm gonna tase you. Turn over, or I'm gonna tase you. Turn over, I'm gonna tase you. Yes. Watch your elbow. Watch.
You're trying to draw for me. You're trying to draw
Stop
for
it.
me.
Stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. Okay, stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. Stop it, or I'm gonna tase you.
Stop resisting.
Please stop resisting.
Please. Please. Please.
I'm gonna tase him. I'm gonna tase him.
You're trying to kill me. You're trying to kill me. Leave me alone.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yes, sir.
Don't resist.
No.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
Okay.
Stop it.
Help.
Stop
Help,
it.
please. Help.
Do not
I'm not
move.
resisting. I'm not resisting. Yeah, come.
Do not move.
Okay.
If not, I'm gonna tase you again.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay. Help me. Okay.
Here, hold on. Stop it. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
All right, so that's what Sean King posted. If one were to see that, I mean, it looks like you got some iffy shit going on. Now, I'm going to read what he wrote because that's going to come into play with at least my take on the situation once we play the entire video. All right, so Sean King writes in the caption, "My God, it's all just too much. Again, in the heart of Los Angeles, on the pavement, begging for his life. Police from the LAPD killed another young brother in broad daylight. This is 31-year-old high school English teacher Keenan Anderson. Beloved, popular, adored, cherished. Keenan was in a car accident and flagged down police himself. After the accident, Keenan was clearly not well and needed compassionate medical attention. He caused no harm. He hurt no soul, but was repeatedly shocked with 50,000 volts of electricity. I hate that I even have to explain this, but shocking someone with 50,000 volts of electricity and asking them to stay still is physically impossible. By definition, when you already cannot breathe and have grown men putting their whole weight on your body with your arms stretched behind your back, it makes you feel like you are being killed. Then shoot 5,000 volts of electricity to a man's body over and over and over again, and that man will be unable to comply or stay still. It's biology, is it? You were built to live. But they did to Keenan what I know they would have never done to their son or their brother or their father. Notice he's saying there, as in white people. But I see two black cops on the scene.
Yeah, they ain't tasing though.
I mean, they held him down.
They ain't tasing.
They didn't say don't tase him.
Yeah, and that's on them too.
That nigga said move your elbow. He moved his elbow.
I think that's on them too.
They treated this dear brother like he was disposable. Oh, hold on. He said, don't tell me it's not racial. It is. They treated this dear brother like he was disposable. As many of you know, tasers are regularly lethal. It's just portable electricity. People die every year from moments like this. Keenan needed an ambulance, but instead he got brutes, monsters. And that's cap. He did get an ambulance.
After he got tased.
I mean, you don't get an ambulance while you getting tased.
And he was asking for help.
All right, we'll get into the video. You seen the whole video?
Yeah, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm standing with my friends and family in Los Angeles. Keenan was cousins with Patrice Cullors. Oh, God. And her family has already experienced so much trauma. Of course, we will fight for accountability and justice, but we are also tired of begging for the thing they clearly don't want to give us, which is change that prevents this from ever happening. Like it almost never happens in the entire developed world. Wow. Okay. Apparently he's never been overseas anywhere. It's possible. Keenan was unarmed. He should be alive. Please follow my friends, Doc Melly Mail and BLM Grassroots for next steps. Love you all. All right, so that's what I initially saw on the issue. And when I initially saw it, of course, I'm like, wow, that looks kind of crazy. But I know Sean King, and I know that he's a trauma peddler. This is what he does for a living. He's a fucking ambulance chaser, and he'll take any little situation he can to try to make it this big racial thing, when in actuality that might not even be the case. But I don't know. What do you guys think based on what we just saw here?
So typically we have Cohen right here. He's super.
Oh, he would have been cutting me off.
He's going to be super with the Black Lives Matter side. He's going to be super with the they were wrong. He's going to agree with Sean King 100%. You are super anti Black Lives Matter. You're going to be anti Patrice Cullors anything. You're going to be anti the fact that Sean King is the one ambulance chasing in this situation.
No, it's not that.
I feel you.
I mean, I'm going to be completely objective.
You already interrupted me. He ain't even here. Hold on. You're already not being objective in the way that you read the whole narrative right there. So, Patrice Cullors. Oh God, that was already not objective. So, welcome the objective person to the room who's gonna. I'm not even siding either or. Like, I don't know what is the case, but I'm gonna bring attention to a bunch of stuff that just needs to be paid attention to, in my personal opinion, when we go through this whole process. So I don't think most of what Sean King said is wrong, honestly. When we talk about the developed world and Europe, I mean, not all of Europe, but in the UK, they don't even have guns. Yeah, they still get knife fights all the time. I was just in London in November and I saw one. So it's like, yeah, I get it. But in comparison, you have Switzerland, who they heavy with the guns over there, but they don't have a bunch of murders every year. And it's because they don't have this type of demographic warfare that you have in this country, and they weren't built on the same basis that this country was built on. But I also want you to pay attention to the timing of this. All these joints always happen right before elections. So not talking like those minor state elections and things like that. We're talking about the national election. We're going into that season of the
2024 joint.
Yeah, not even just 20. That, but I mean, like, we're going into the season of the president starting to go out and make a name, say what they running for, all of that good stuff. And so this is really just kicking that off. And every time that kicks off, who's on the front and center of that scene? Black Lives Matter. And that's who the Democrats align with, so that they always get our attention and get our votes and get our support. But at the end of the day, the Republicans are going to tear this apart front to back about how it's probably some type of setup or some type of conspiracy or whatever. And so we're not going to agree with that, because we ride off emotion and not logic and watching like this whole situation play out and the timing and all of that. So like, yeah, the real argument here, which I think is what Sean King is trying to point out, is that it's not even about whether the police were right or wrong, whether he fought back, any of that. It's about when
That's
he got
literally
there.
not what he said, though.
Hold on. It's about when he got there, he needed medical attention. He said he needed an ambulance. He didn't say, yeah, he got an ambulance because he got one on the back end. We talking about when you got there and you saw he was tripping, you didn't need to tase him to control him. Yeah, like keep him in your vicinity, keep him in your watch, make sure he don't do nothing trippy. Even hold him down if you need to hold him down, but hold him down and wait for an ambulance to get there so that y'all can like take him away, not so that you can like kill him right there and then try to revive him on the back end. That's what this is all about. It's about needing a different medium other than police to go and intercede with people who clearly have something medically wrong with them, or whether even if it's just on drugs, like whatever the case may be, you need something that's going to be able to handle that other than just police brutality, because that's what we just witnessed at the end of the day.
Okay.
So was he?
Go ahead. Because I want to respond to that.
Go ahead.
So they say he was in the accident. And
He actually caused the accident.
Yeah, he did. Probably in this situation where he felt like somebody was trying to kill him already in the first place, honestly.
I mean, there was cocaine, marijuana, and alcohol in his system.
Cocaine and marijuana don't make you act like that.
Cocaine definitely makes you act like that. Not marijuana.
factors.
Cocaine and alcohol, for sure.
I think shrooms make you act like that. I don't think
I've done
cocaine make
shrooms
you act
before.
like that.
She's never done that shit to me.
I mean, yeah, don't do it to everybody, but I'm saying if
PCB,
you do
PCB
excessive
make you act
amount
like
of
that.
You in
it's
the water,
PCB
boy.
too. There's tons of things that make you act like that. I don't think cocaine or marijuana are two of them. Though.
But you know, what you have on it so far?
I just think that it's crazy, like that they had to restrain him in the first place. So
Did you see the whole video?
yeah, like why was he on the ground in the first place?
All right, we'll get to the video so we can.
Yeah,
Because I don't like.
I want to add real quick too. The cocaine that they found was like broken down cocaine, like in the lungs, like the residue to show that he probably had it at some point on that vacation, but not that he was like on it right then and there. It wasn't like fresh in his system. Also, for the record, if you look at the police report, but beyond that, man, let's get down to like, you know who uses cocaine? Rich white people. They don't be running around doing all that type of stuff. Crack will make you act like that, but we ain't talking about crack. You talking about cocaine.
So,
but you can go ahead now.
If you find cocaine, well, there's no distinguishment between crack and cocaine once they find
once
it in
it's
your
in the
system.
that's a good point.
And also, I'd like to say,
Crack don't
he
even
did
make
not
you do
die on the scene. Okay,
He
they
died.
got him an ambulance.
I'm hip. I'm not
and
saying like he did kill him.
He
But
died
I mean,
of
he was unconscious.
No, he was
not?
conscious. He died 5 hours later of a separate medical incident at the hospital.
He died
5
of
hours
cardiac
later.
arrest.
Also, a
Well,
fact-
everybody dies
and
from
also-
cardiac arrest.
I'm saying like what did he like if you see that he tased this nigga 5 times, like, they had the taser already in him and the nigga pulled the trigger at least 5 times.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's thousands of volts going to
Yeah.
the
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
So those are also a fact. You would think that ties in, does it not, into the cardiac arrest? But the fact that he also went to the hospital and that's where he ended up dying later. Like
Right.
who else said we heard that happened to MLK? If you go down the list, I don't even want to.
So you
But-
think they MLK'd this nigga?
No, but he also said they George Floyded him, and look at how they put George Floyd on the same pedestal as an MLK, and he ain't even do the same type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like these things, all pay attention. They all align with that type.
So
stuff.
are you okay?
But-
Before we get into the video, are you saying that he
No.
knew he was
that he
being
was going
he
to
was
be,
being
yeah.
set up?
I mean, he
What?
said it in the video
He
that
said
they
that.
trying to George
He
Floyd.
said he knows too much. He is
Oh,
Patrice Culler's
man,
cousin.
hey, you know what? I
But
just
I'm
thought
not
about this
saying
a
all
whole
the
different way.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even saying. I'm just saying pay attention to all the facts that we have. LAPD have killed 3 people this year so far. Already.
I mean,
We how many days in? 14 days in. They killed 3 people already. If you don't think it's some type of let's see which one we gonna get the news on to pick up type situation too, it could be that. Like I'm just saying all the things that we should pay attention to. I'm not saying it's either or because you don't know. But what I do know is over the next 2 years, new stories gonna keep coming out. They might have a whole Candace Owens documentary like they did on the George Floyd joint about how this could be something else. So on the front end, just look at how it could be something else now, so that you can stop looking on the back end with emotion so much, thinking that it is already what you declared it was because you just have this minor information. Like pay attention to the whole picture.
Okay.
That's all.
All right, well, let's get into the full video. Get this thing cracking so we can really get into this and see exactly what we have going on here. All right. Bear with me, people.
Anderson.
I fast forwarded a little bit because she was just talking
Yeah,
about
go to 420. That's where it starts.
Anderson ultimately stopped and was ordered to get on the ground. As the officers attempted to comply with the officer's direction and sat on the sidewalk for several minutes, he stopped. Taser caused neuromuscular incapacitation.
How they work.
A portion of this incident was captured on the officer's body-worn video. Body-worn video cameras are used by most officers assigned to field duties. They are worn at chest level and capture a general perspective within line of sight from that angle. The angle of the camera prohibits viewers from seeing everything the officers saw and experienced. Upon activation, both audio and video will turn on. However, body-worn video cameras have a buffer of video without audio from the previous 2 minutes prior to activation. This feature is designed to capture incidents that occur suddenly when an officer doesn't immediately activate the camera. Here is body-worn video from the officers involved in this incident.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the full body cam of the Keenan Anderson situation. We have to warn you, this could get graphic. You making me laugh, bro.
I was just looking at you while you did it. I literally just looked at you, bro. But I understand. Go ahead.
Shit. All right, off the break, the officer pulls up to him and he's running.
Yeah, but he's the one that's like even getting the attention of the officer. If you notice, he's running around weird, but. He's like over there. He's pointing. Yeah, he points to the accident. That's what I'm saying.
He's the driver?
That nigga ain't pointing to it. He pointed to the accident and ran the other way.
I ain't say he ran to it. I said he's the one who the cop pulled up on and he pointed to the accident. That's all I'm saying.
All right, just for the record, he's already on some bullshit.
I don't disagree.
Get off to the side here. Get on the street. Hey, stop right there.
Pause it. The first thing he says though is somebody's trying to kill me, sir. Yeah, he's on some bullshit or whatever. He might be on drugs, whatever. He might be on have a mental health issue, whatever is what I'm saying. There's a lot of things that could be the case.
If this is a conspiracy, like that's
but I wasn't even going. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying all of these things are the case. The first thing he says though is somebody trying to kill me, and I want to highlight. That's why I told you to pause, and not even for that was because the officer is actually nice in the very beginning. He's like he might notice that there's something wrong with him, so he's nice in the beginning. Go ahead.
Get up against the wall. I didn't need to. Get up against the wall. Get up against the wall. Get up against the wall real quick.
Please.
Okay, hold on a second.
Please, sir. I didn't need to, sir. Please.
Hold on, okay?
Okay. Now he said, I didn't mean to. Is somebody trying to kill you? Or?
Probably saying he didn't mean to cause the accident. He's getting away from whoever it is trying to kill him.
I'm sorry. 156. Show me code 6 on a TC not involved.
Please.
We're going to be Venice, west of Lincoln.
Oh my God.
DUI driver. I get additional units, please.
The car.
Okay, what happened?
I lost my key.
You lost your key?
Yes.
It seems like he's in two places at once too. Like he wants to comply with the officer, but he's also like, dog, I got so much going on in my brain right now that I got whatever. I don't know why he starts to talk about he lost the key because he got the car, but go ahead.
Yeah, he on some fuck shit.
I came and I had somebody fix my car for me, sir. Please, sir.
Do me a favor. Sit down on your butt and sit with your legs crossed. Sit with your legs crossed. Sit with your legs crossed.
They're gonna try to kill me, please.
Who's trying to kill you?
I had a stunt today.
What?
I had a stunt today, sir.
What is a stunt?
I don't know, bro.
Is that another word for like drugs?
I don't know, bro.
Or is he
later on when he's on the ground, he says he had a stunt on YouTube. He says CeeLo is trying to kill me. I had a stunt on YouTube later on, but you can get to that part later.
Who's CeeLo?
I don't know, bro. We don't know none of this stuff. You act like we know these people.
You kept saying CeeLo. I'm like, what the fuck?
But I'm just repeating all the things. He stayed on the same story from front to back throughout all of this.
What?
He stayed. Okay, I'll get to it when it's time to get to it.
That's not. Like, no, that's a car.
Okay, what car were you driving?
BMW.
The BMW.
They're trying to put stuff in my car.
Who's trying to put stuff in your car?
They gonna try to. Please.
Stay down for me. Hey,
Please.
hey, stay
Please.
here. Stay here.
Sir, I need
Stay
some water.
here.
Can you get some water? Please.
Stay here. I'll get you some water here in a second, okay?
Please.
Just have a seat up against the wall there,
Yes, sir.
okay? Have a seat against the wall.
Sir.
Have a seat against the wall
Okay,
here.
Everybody gotta see me, sir.
Have a seat
I don't want
against
to be
the
in the
wall
black.
over here.
I want people to see me.
Sir, okay, you can sit
Please.
right there then. If you want to be seen,
I
stay
don't want
right
to
there.
No, I don't want to.
Stay right
Please.
there if you want to have somebody see you.
Please.
Okay?
Please.
Just sit down for me a second here, okay?
Please, look, sir.
Sit down for me. Sit down.
You putting a thing on me.
Sit down.
Making
I'm
me
not
hot.
putting anything. Come here.
Please.
Sit down over here.
Please.
I don't want you in the road. Come here. I don't want you in the road. Come here.
Please.
Come here.
This
Come
man
here.
Probably should have stayed on side.
Come here.
At that point, that's where he fucked up.
Yeah, I agree.
To run away, yeah.
I mean, like, okay, let me pause real quick.
And
Okay,
this is where the officer also changes. He goes from being that nice, polite
Yeah.
guy, come here, and he pulls up on him. He about to just straight yell at them and get on the ground.
but at the same
I mean, that's
time,
what officers do. I ain't surprised.
The man was like, "Yo, do this." I mean, first off, all you're required to do, and I don't even know what it is in LA. You're required to have 64 credits to be a police officer. You're not required to be a psychologist. You're not required to do any of that shit. You're required to tell people, "Hey, sit the fuck down. I need to investigate this situation. Please sit down while I try to figure it out." If you get up and you run away after you already speaking crazy to him, I mean, of course, he could be telling the truth or something could be going on. But from the perspective of the officer, he don't know what the fuck is going on with this dude. All he knows is there's a car accident. People are pointing at him saying he did something. I tried to talk to him and he took the fuck off.
I agree. I don't disagree.
He's a better police officer than I could ever be. And once he ran, I'd be like, fuck it, he gone.
I gotta go tend to this accident scene.
I tried.
Go back to the accident.
that's
Like,
a
what's up with y'all niggas?
Y'all need an ambulance or something?
What's trippy is when they show the other angle of the black guys. But go ahead.
Now, get down over there. Turn over on your stomach right now.
He's
Turn
still
over on your
respectful.
stomach
Yes,
right
sir.
now.
Yes, sir.
Turn over. Turn over.
Still not turning over.
Over on your stomach. Get over on your stomach.
He's over.
Hold on. Okay,
Oh,
please. Please, sir, please don't jump.
He's trying to run again, man. Come on, man.
Bro, but he's still just chilling.
That nigga is not chilling,
He's
dog.
sitting down saying, please help me.
Dog, that nigga's not chilling, bro.
I got you.
I mean, what are you supposed to think if you the officer,
Listen to
bro?
the thing, bro. You're arguing with me like I'm telling you there's anything right or wrong. When I hear your point and I agree with you.
Oh, my man, he
but
said he
I'm
was
also
chilling, right?
saying, listen, I'm also saying he sat on the ground and said, yes, sir. Is that not a fact?
Then he got up and tried to run again.
Because that was 3 niggas running at him versus the one that he was just now talking to, and he's yelling at him in a whole different demeanor.
Let's go back. Let's
while
go
he was
back slightly.
already tripping, bro. Remember what we're talking about? Somebody who's already mentally tripping right now. So I don't disagree with you, but also pay attention to what you're dealing with and how they switch up.
Let's watch. All right, look.
Turn over on your stomach right now. Turn over on your stomach right now.
It looked like he was about to start doing it.
Turn over.
Because he's in 2 different places right now.
Over
Is
on
what
your
I'm telling
stomach.
you. I
Get
said
over
it
on your
already.
stomach.
Hold on. Okay, please.
They were walking, bro. They're walking. They're walking.
Stop trying to prove your point because I'm
Please
arguing
don't do
with
this.
you.
Please don't do this, sir.
Play the fucking
Please.
video.
Help me, please.
You would definitely argue.
Please. No, please help me. Please.
Keenan, relax. Keenan, relax.
Pause it. Why do they know his name?
I don't know. He might have got his license or something. I don't know. I have no idea why they know his
He
name.
never said his name.
I have no idea why they know his
I
name.
know you don't. Neither do I. But you ain't gonna bring that up. All right, next.
No, that is it.
Play.
I have
Hit
no
play.
idea.
I know. I didn't say you did. Click. Go
There,
hit play.
hold on. There was some of the video that was not shown.
I feel you.
So in that
But
process, he
I don't
got
hear
his name.
I don't hear the white man asking him what anything because
The
that's the
black
only
man asked him
person.
his name.
Yeah, that's the only person that he talked to.
So who asked him? The black dude?
The black dudes are the ones saying,
Oh.
"Keenan, chill out." Is what I'm telling you.
Oh,
Keenan,
well,
calm down.
So hold up.
And he never interacted with those black dudes.
The black dudes
they were at the car.
The black dudes were at the other car. So if they ran,
I'm not even. When you see that video, I think they have pulled up and started talking to those people. I don't think they ever got into the car, but we can figure that out later on.
Because they could have ran his plates.
What I'm asking you is, why do they know his name? You don't know. You said it, so let's just play it.
Do you know why they knew his name?
No, and I said the same thing.
So what's the question for?
Because we're bringing it the fuck up. Is that not what I said I was going to do? I was going to objectively bring up everything. All I did was bring it up. You want to argue? I'm not trying to argue. I'm asking you to play the video. You said you ain't know. That's all I asked you.
Y'all niggas funny.
You trying to set me up, bro?
Don't kill me! Stop! I'm gonna take you.
Was warned from another officer who responded.
And see, that's what I'm saying. If you just let the video play, we'll go to the next one. We can answer.
We already have a unit helping you guys out, right?
They're hopping out of the car saying you already got somebody helping.
Set everything up so that way no one gets.
They didn't go look in no car. They pulled up, and they said he needs help, so they ran over there. They never got to his car. So now answer the question. You still don't know? I know.
Hold on.
You tried to act like you knew because you brought up other reasons. What I'm telling you is,
let's watch it again. Let's watch it again.
We already have a unit helping you guys out, right?
So they already have a unit helping them. Hold on. They already have a unit helping you guys out. Meaning there's another officer on the scene taking information, doing whatever he's doing.
Either talking about that guy that they're telling him needs help up there, or talking about another unit that's standing right there. But listen, if they're talking about another unit that's standing right there, they still haven't discussed with that unit. They about to hop in the car and drive off. Stop trying to prove your point. You said you don't know.
No.
So we can bring up these things.
First of all, slow down. Slow down, because I have experience being on these type of scenes.
I get it.
Okay? So, as everyone knows, I work in public safety. I work for the fire department.
Yes.
Okay? On these type of scenes, if the police are already there helping people, all they would have had to do was run his plates and get his name. That's all they would have had to do. Or they could have looked in the car. So they could have done anything.
But guess what? Who's to say that's his car? He said he got the car from somebody else.
I mean, they know his name.
And he lives over here, bruh. He ain't drive to LA.
But he's from LA.
I know, so we could have one over there. But what I'm saying is, where did he say he got the car from? We don't know. But it could be just running the tags. You could be right. But we don't know. And they don't know that either. Because they don't know if it's his car or not yet. So you wouldn't just voluntarily call a nigga Keenan that you don't know is Keenan yet. Is all I'm saying. But let's keep going.
Or they could have looked in the car and found out his name.
I feel you. It's tons of things that could have happened. All I'm asking you is, how did they know it? I'm bringing it up so that people pay attention. That's all.
All right. Okay.
That's all I did. When we started to argue about it.
All right. We're on the same page here.
Damn.
I mean, we got to make it interesting.
Give us a second. We're going to try to set everything up so that way no one gets hit and there's no other vehicles.
I think the 930 needs help though, because the guy's trying to run away. He's driving this car.
Let's go get him.
Yo, did my man leave his gun in the fucking
I don't know, bro.
What the fuck? This shit looking like Reno 911.
They said, let's go get him.
Hold up. This nigga left his gun in the shit, bro. Hold up.
Let's go get him.
They're trying to kill me! Stop! I'm gonna take you! Let's go get him.
My man left his gun in the shit.
American 156 coming.
Turn around.
Over on your stomach! Get over on your stomach! Hold on!
Get down. Get down.
Please, sir, please don't do this! Please don't do this, sir! Please! Help me, please! Help me, please! No, please help me! Help me, please! Please, please! 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 Keenan, relax! Please!
Watch out.
Watch out! Help! They're trying to kill me!
Hey, stop! I'm gonna tase you. Stop! I'm gonna tase you.
They're trying to kill me! I have told you to!
Stop it! I'm gonna tase you.
Yes, sir!
Stop it! I'm gonna tase you.
Everybody help me! Help! Help!
Stop it! I'm gonna tase you.
Stop it, I'm gonna tase you. I'm gonna tase you.
That's like warning number 9.
Stop it right now. Stop it right now. Turn over. Turn over, I'm gonna tase you. Turn over, I'm gonna tase you. Turn over, I'm gonna tase you.
Yeah, at this point, you just gotta go to jail.
Watch your elbow, pardon?
Who you trying to kill me in jail?
You're trying to just floor me. You're trying to just stop it. Stop it, I'm gonna tase you. Okay, stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. Stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. Stop resisting. Please, stop resisting. Please. 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 I'm gonna tase him. I'm gonna tase him. You're trying to kill me. You're trying to kill me.
They kept asking the nigga to stop. I mean,
stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Yes, sir. Don't resist. No. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop it. Help. Stop it. Help, please. Help. Do not move. I'm not resisting. Do not move. Okay. If not, I'm gonna tase you again. Okay. Okay, I got one. Okay. Help me. Okay. Here, hold on. Stop it. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
So they got it.
Yeah, they showing all the
Get down.
Yeah, this
Please don't do this. Please don't do this, sir. Please. Help me, please.
But there's one more angle that they showed. That's from the.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Say that again.
I was saying this one right here. They're going to show the exact same thing because it was the other officer who was in the car with him. I think so. It's really not no point in this part. But it's if you fast forward, there's one more angle that they show from like cell phone footage from somebody far away. And I think that's relevant only because
yeah, that's definitely. I saw that.
You hear audio of people talking.
I'm gonna tase you. Stop it, I'm gonna tase you. Stop resisting. Please stop resisting. Give me your arms. Please. Please. I'm gonna tase you. I'm gonna tase you. They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me. Here you go. Stop it. Yes. Stop it. Yes, sir. Don't resist. No. Stop it. Stop resisting. Stop it. Help. Stop it. Help, please. Help. Do not move. Get another cup on. No, you're good. Another cup. Do not move. Okay. If not, I'm going to tase you again. Okay. I got one. Help me. Okay. Here, hold it. Stop it. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. I'll put that. Cut 14.5. Please don't get it. If they got killed, babe.
A portion of this incident was also captured by a witness on their cellular phone.
That guy right there, he goes that accident. He was trying to steal my car.
Did you hear what he just said?
Yeah, he tried to take his car.
Now, I don't know how true that is, but
yeah,
witness said, I'm rewinding for you guys, just so we're clear.
That guy right there, he caused that accident. He was trying to steal my car. Yeah, the police is doing the right job right now. Don't think that the police is abusing him. He was trying to go away.
I think that guy's in a very paranoid state.
I'm another driver and he's trying to steal my car.
Dude's like things in a very paranoid state.
Sound like they're reading that shit. Hey, look, I'm not far fetched from conspiracy here.
Yeah, but on that part, I wasn't even talking about that. I'm just saying the fact that One dude is like, yeah, they doing the right thing because he tried to take my car. The other dude is like, nah, bro, he's in a very paranoid state. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
who talks like that? I think that the police are doing the right job.
I mean, Spanish people.
He looks like he's in a paranoid state. Look, that's surface level though. I mean, it's not looking good for homie. But conspiracy wise, I can see the conspiracy. I can see it.
Was he in the car?
Yeah, he was in the PM.
You can see him still resisting, and they're trying to get him down, man. I mean, like.
So if he said the dude was in the BMW driving, and he got into an accident, how was he trying to steal your car?
I think he was saying the same dude who caused the accident tried to steal my car. He didn't necessarily say it like that. He was like, the dude who caused the accident tried to steal my car. Like, he was trying to steal his car, and that's what caused the accident. That's how he said it. But I think he was implying after he caused the accident, he tried to take my car type situation. But I mean, that just
was he trying to get away?
That's what I'm saying. That just aligns with the fact that he was trying to get the hell out of there because somebody trying to kill him. That's what he said. He could have just been asking for help. He might not even try to take a car. He might have asked you to drive him somewhere. Like, who the hell knows, man? Who knows? But that's what he said. We just got to go with the story.
It's a BLM conspiracy.
Just got to go with the story.
Yeah, you're from detention, right?
I think this is the one when they show the ambulance coming up.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Relax. No,
this is post tasing.
Yeah.
He's conscious, breathing, and still moving around.
Yeah. Act. This is the act. Stop it. Help me.
Never said this is an act.
Okay, no. Justify me. They're trying to kill me. You'll be killing me. Kilo. Loosen up. Good. No, loosen up. You gonna walk? Just getting your walk?
Straight up and all the way up.
It is.
I mean, that's necessary, I guess, because he was
off and on. I got him on the ground over there, just sitting on his own, and then he took off to the traffic race. I don't know. They think I killed Pilo.
See how that switch up now?
Now they think that he killed CeeLo. Nah, he launched it. My man launched it. He launched it.
Help me! Please! They trying to.
And real quick, just to anybody who's watching this, like, let's cut the bullshit. Do these officers look like they woke up this morning and said, I want to waste my entire career that I've worked hard for, my pension and everything to take into account over this nigga today, because I just want to murk a nigga? Do you think that's what they woke up thinking?
I mean, nah.
Like, I that's why I can't go
all
with
I'm saying is
hold up. I can't go with the Sean King BLM narrative, because they make it seem like these people are just waking up on a daily basis looking for niggas to kill, when that's not the case. That's not the case at all.
Yeah.
Now, did they make some mistakes? I don't know what their protocol is. They could have been negligent, just like I feel the George Floyd situation was negligence. I don't think that was murder. Yeah. I think that it was negligence. And there could be some negligence here. But someone just having the intent to go and just kill somebody for nothing, waste their whole career over a random nigga that they don't know, that's crazy, man. Like, we got to cut the bullshit.
Yeah, and I feel you on that point. Like, I think they definitely warned him multiple times. He should have stopped resisting and when they got tased. Then beyond that, all of this, like, once you continue to fight and all of that, and they got to strap you up and all of that type of stuff, I mean, the panic and all of that comes from being in the mental state that he's probably in is also still liable to put you in a cardiac arrest. Like, but they're still just doing their job at the end of the day. But I mean, that's the change that people are talking about, is how do we change protocol to where you just doing your job isn't causing people to die.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
You also just don't got to fight back. It's a thin line.
It's a thin line because so DC has DC has the program where they send mental health professionals to calls like this. But you know what they end up doing? Calling the fucking police.
Yeah, and so Pete, that's the same thing I've thought this whole time, because I'm like, as much as you want a mental health professional to show up and not react the way the police just did, if they show up and he still isn't compliant with them either, what do? You still call the police, and then the police help But I think you still need both. Like they should show up in tandem. Same way if you make a 911 call, you get a firefighter, you get an ambulance, you get a police officer. They need to add that. Put it in the budget.
Intervention people are 100,000% worthless.
Listen, but the reality is there is money in a budget that you can make up because we watch it happen all the time for different jobs and roles and a whole different perception of emergency response. If they wanted to do it, they would. The billions that they sent it over to Ukraine could have already been put into a budget to reestablish emergency response. And there could be a whole new emergency response team, a whole new number that you call that brings an officer and a medical professional to your door or to your emergency or wherever it is that they are working in tandem to calm you down. And you're not having the reaction that you have when the police show up because people already have a bad connection to the police. But if you have a whole new response team that doesn't have this bad connection and they build a rapport with the community, that's how all this shit works. And you know it can be done. Don't even argue it. I
would like to respond because I would like to respond because bro, like I'm telling you from a honest perspective and objective perspective, I'm on the scene of these calls all the time. Okay, I never thought I would say this prior to me having the job I have, but the police are needed for this shit because nobody else. I mean, hold on, hear me out.
And the solution I just gave, though, I didn't say the police don't show up. I said they both show up in tandem.
The billions of dollars that they would put into this situation would be a fucking waste of the taxpayers' dollars.
You know it's a waste of the taxpayers' dollars, bro.
Hold on. Nah, I'm just saying.
So what if they put the money towards like, if you still want the cops to show up in that situation, how about instead of like taking that same money, instead of like putting into these different programs, you training cops to handle those situations way differently, because you can put these niggas through programs and make sure that they know how to respond in a different manner than just putting fucking knee on the nigga neck or doing it.
I mean, look,
maybe be able to de-escalate situations.
To be honest with you, that sounds perfect, right? But until you actually on the scene dealing with this shit, you also have to take into consideration prior instances. Right? At the end of the day, whether you're a police officer, firefighter, teacher, nurse, whatever, you want to go home to your fucking family. All right? People be out here lunching 24/7 all day. You from Detroit, this is Washington, D.C., it's the same shit. Niggas are lunching all day. At the end of the day, we have to take accountability for the stupid shit that we keep fucking doing. Because no one's gonna get us from point A to point B but us. If you're not riding around, coked up, drunk, whatever the fuck you doing, lunching, you won't be in this fucking situation. The same thing with George Floyd. We know the police are fucked up. That's not a question. We know they fucked up. Just like George Floyd. If you're not trying to swindle the cigarette, trying to use a fucking fake $20 bill in the cigarette store, then you go outside of the store, get in your car, sit in the car like you didn't just rob these people, and then try to buy fentanyl from your drug dealer, you wouldn't be in this position. If you wasn't high, trying to resist arrest, and you just took the lockup, you'd be alive, bro. You'd be alive. And it sucks that we have to put it like that, but how else do you get the point? What else are you gonna do? Are niggas gonna mount up, strap up, and start a war against the police? No, niggas ain't gonna do that. So you might as well just comply and go on with your fucking life. You gotta know when you're behind enemy lines. When you're behind enemy lines, you have to comply. Ask John McCain, well, he's dead, but I'm just saying, when you're behind enemy lines, you gotta comply, bro. There's nothing you can do. Because niggas ain't gonna ride for you. They ain't gonna ride for you. They'll spend 2-3 days breaking women
in your city and shit though.
But which is a shame because it's enough people, especially in Washington D.C. and Detroit. There's enough black people to have a thriving black community. We outnumber every other demographic in these cities, but we don't use our numbers to our advantage.
All facts.
So
I don't disagree with none of that.
I hate to sound like the asshole people, but it is what it is.
I mean, but that's the reality as well. And I don't disagree with that reality. I'm just happy there's some perspective here that is able to pitch that reality as well. But I'm just giving you the light of what they're trying to present to the Sean Kings of the world and all, or from the Sean Kings of the world and all of that, is that there just needs to be a different response team. And I think that's the first way to go about it, is taking them billions of budgets that you put elsewhere and a whole bunch of other dumb stuff to just revive your response team to all types of situations so that they become more trusted, because they ain't that trusted right now. That's all. And I'm not saying get rid of the police. I'm not saying abolish them. I'm not even saying defund them. I'm saying the money that y'all make up to put elsewhere, make that shit up and put it into another response team that brings mental health people to that shit too, so that there's a trusted person there that you can rely on to help you deal with these situations. And I think it'll change the way that people react when they're dealing with the police. People do not trust the police. It's a sad reality, but that's also the case. I'm not saying that that's the situation right here. What we're also not addressing is, while we talking about he lunching, do you know how erratic it is if you're armless and somebody actually is trying to kill you? Have we actually thought about the fact that maybe somebody really was trying to kill him?
I mean, like I said, if we're going,
have we actually thought about that?
If we're going to go conspiracy,
it's not even a conspiracy. That's reality. I'm not even talking about these police right here. I'm talking about, what if you're running around literally causing your own demise because you were so worried about somebody else trying to kill you that you got killed by some other people. That's what I'm talking about. Like, anybody could have been after that man.
I mean, what are you doing out here, bro? Get your shit together. Like, honestly, that could be the truth, right? But what does that have to do with the rest of the taxpayers who you've inconvenienced for the day because you're driving crazy and you fuck their cars up?
Because this isn't the only time this has happened. That's why.
Okay.
LHPD shouldn't have to kill 3 niggas already this year.
I mean, did they really kill him? Because they didn't kill this nigga. They didn't kill him.
Technically.
I mean, like,
they didn't kill him.
You know what's the funniest thing to me, man?
They were a factor in his death.
You know what's the funniest thing to me? This is Sean King's biggest fucking story of the week. In Washington, D.C., niggas have been getting killed every single day, bro. Every single day. Botched robberies gone wild in D.C. It's fucking crazy.
And he ain't care about none of that. But
he don't care about none of that shit.
There's an agenda with all of that.
And then
that's what I want people to pay attention to too.
If you tally up the numbers from last year, because we were going to do a show on this, but I think you guys were busy and I was ready to smoke Cohen's boots. I had the numbers and websites already pulled up. In actuality, white people are killed by the police more than any other group in America. Period.
The difference is, if this happened to a white person, it wouldn't even make the news.
No, not at all. Yeah. Matter of fact, they'll put it on Baller Alert and niggas would be laughing in the comments. They would be like, "Oh man!"
They wouldn't make it on Baller Alert. No, it wouldn't get talked about.
I mean, it would be on like a blooper website like World Star, and niggas would think it was a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's the type of clown world we live in now. But we don't understand. It doesn't make us look. It doesn't make us look good in the grand scheme of things when other groups are concerned and us trying to move with some type of progression in society, because it makes us look one-sided, it makes us look weak, and it makes us look like we're not prepared to play this game. And we're not. But, for some reason, niggas think it's a good look to just, for this shit to keep happening, marching in the street, getting nothing from the politicians who promise you shit, and repeating the same cycle.
No, I feel like that shit is stupid. Like, I'm the type of person that's down for the sentiment of Black Lives Matter, but I'm not like on that whole support the movement and shit, because like at the end of the day, if I'm able to fucking put money to some shit, I'm gonna put it towards the creative school. I'm gonna put this shit towards some shit that I actually can see change in my fucking
facts
in the surrounding areas that I have to deal with. So I definitely don't think that like marching in the streets and all that shit, it's been folly for them from the beginning. I feel like all that shit is just something to make us feel like we're doing something.
It's to make us feel like they're doing something, and it's for them to make money. Them niggas made $100 million in 2021. And the money that they did give away that was supposed to be for the community, they gave it to trans activist groups. I mean, what are we doing here? They about to use this to give the LGBTQPFYWZLX community more fucking money, and probably try to get Joe Biden reelected. I don't know what the fuck they doing. All right, let's finish this video out and then
right, Kamala's in California.
Right. That bitch.
Sedate me. I know too much.
I know too much. He lunching, man. He lunching. Could be a conspiracy.
Kilo. Please.
Another thing, why didn't Sean King show this part? He's not dead on the scene. He made it seem like in that video that they shocked him to death and he died right there. He's not dead. He's alive, still talking shit.
Can you sign on your side or not? Huh? Can you sign on your side?
Yeah. Put you on your side, man. Let me sit up. They said David me. They said David me. Sit right there. Sit enough. Yeah.
Approximately 1 minute later, Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics responded to the scene and rendered aid to Anderson for the taser deployment.
We'll assess him and start taking information, but we're not transforming
Real quick, the only difference between this scene and DC is DC so ass backwards. We'd have been out there first, and then we'd have had to call the fucking police for all this crazy shit.
Absolutely.
We'd have been out there first looking dumb as shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
That nigga would have got away.
He definitely would have got away in DC.
Looking like, nah, I ain't about to chase his ass.
But DC cops will let you go anyway. You run fast enough, man. Hey, I'm about to get off at 3. I ain't got no time for that shit.
Approximately 5 minutes later, Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics transported Anderson to a local hospital.
Put your hands. You guys got hit, bro? Sorry.
He's alive. I'm guessing he has stable vitals. About to go to the hospital. Alive.
You guessing?
Well, I mean, if he didn't,
Then she just say they was trying to resuscitate him or something like that.
At the hospital.
Nah, she said a minute when they got there or whatever, they tended to him and something.
They gave him aid
While at the
for
hospital,
his wounds.
Oh, that's what they said again.
and after approximately 4.5 hours following the use of force, Anderson experienced a medical emergency, did not respond to life-saving efforts.
Let's go.
While at the hospital and
We'll hear it. We'll let her get out.
You guys got hit, bro? Sorry.
While at the hospital and after approximately 4.5 hours following the use of force, Anderson experienced a medical emergency, did not respond to life-saving efforts by medical staff, and was pronounced deceased.
Blood clot. So there we have it. Y'all want to finish this out?
That you put blood clot at the end because I wonder if he had the
virus. I mean the shot.
The shot.
Any death of a person in the custody of the department is defined by policy.
All right, we're done with that. All right, so there you have it. I mean, we've gone through the whole footage. To be fair, we played Sean King's footage first. We saw what he had to say. He said this was racial. He said if this was their son or brother or father, they wouldn't have done it. Like it wasn't no black men on the scene, and it was. I mean, what you have here, they're trying to frame a brand new George Floyd situation. But the thing is, shout out to Candace Owens. People are smart enough whoever watched that Candace Owens documentary at this point, if you watched it, now you know to look for the signs first. See what actually happened on the scene before you just go with the popular narrative. And if anyone took 20 minutes to watch this fucking video, you can see it's unfortunate he went out like that because there's definitely some things going on. But I mean, I don't really see what choice the officers had. I mean, you hit a bunch of cars. People are saying you might have done something illegal. Who knows? You ran away. Now you're trying to resist arrest. You're trying to evade police. You committed a crime at this point. You put yourself in the trick bag.
Yeah. Hard place to get escape from.
And you in LA. You already know how they go in LA. And they look like some nice cops. They didn't even look like they was trying to Rodney King his ass. Yeah,
I ain't seen one punch from none of them angles. They just try to get him.
Like they were just trying to get a hold on him, man.
Damn. So I feel like this is some martyrdom. Like, choose your martyrs for shit. Because, like you said, it's a whole bunch of stories like that all over the U.S.
Yeah.
Like, why did y'all choose to put this one on national TV?
Well, you know who his cousin
I'm sure
is.
I was gonna say, yeah, Patrice Cullors' connections are what I'm sure were able to get that video that fast. Patrice Cullors, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
the one who just got into a whole bunch of shit for allegedly frauding Black Lives Matter of millions of dollars.
Exactly. So
they're trying to kill me because I know too much shit. Makes way too much sense now.
Yeah, it gets even more deeper, like when you tie that connection, right? But minus conspiracy and all of that, the fact that anybody has to even go through this, and specifically the school that he works at, having lost 2 students in the last 3 months, both of them 10th graders, and this is a 10th grade English teacher as well. Praying for that family over there.
Facts.
Hoping that they are keeping their heads lifted and able to get through it. They haven't been to school this week. I think they were at school Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they've been out ever since like the video came out and everything. So, yeah. Life still life, and people still got stuff to go through that this is tied to. And so, as much as we broke this video down, and really I just wanted to highlight some of what we should be paying attention to ahead of time, so that it's not all emotional. We're not letting Sean King rile us up. We're not letting Tamika Mallory rile us up. We're not letting my sonny General, however you say his name,
hold that thought.
Hold that
thought. Because you know what time it is.
Agents of chaos, man. That's how I feel about it. And
I want you to get this in your final thoughts, man.
These are my final thoughts. Not because I know if you want to go to the final thought music.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say that. I wanted to get it out of the way real quick.
You always going off the goddamn script.
My bad. But yeah, you want to change the music right fast and I finish what I was gonna say?
I was trying to give my man a chance to go too.
Oh, but we let him go get his final thoughts in after me. I don't care that much. We can just transition straight in. I know we usually want to go in order because he's new, so we want to let him go first. But just change the music and let me keep spitting my shit.
You win, sir.
Come on, man. We supposed to be brothers.
So yeah, I was at the Agents of Chaos piece. Recognize that they exist. Look for solutions. Look for answers. Look for resolutions. It's funny because that solution is just with a re in front. But but yeah, man, if you want to see a revolution though, which is what Sean King be acting like he trying to do, you can't just ambulance chase. You got to actually change some communities, hands on first, like local. Holler at your local elections. Try to find some politicians to run that aren't bought. Try to find some that aren't going to get bought. Build some community network.
Okay.
I'm pretty much it. That's all I got to say. I said what I had to say earlier.
That's a fact.
And don't follow no Democrats or no Republicans in this election season. Just go ahead and listen to them all and see who's talking the most sense. And don't let them Black Lives Matter you to death.
I say, look at all the independents. See what they talking about.
But you still want your vote to go somewhere, so as much as that makes sense, until we get a third party in here.
I'm talking about on the local level.
Oh yeah. Because they probably know something. That's why they run it independent in the first place on the local level, and that could actually matter and make a difference. If they already siding with you and with their thoughts and liberal versus conservative, I don't know, because black people, conservative values honestly align more with what we trying to do. But
it's a fact.
We want to be so free and liberal that we think we liberal. We just got to use the conservative values to our advantage and not think that because we're using conservative values, we align with conservatives. Them people don't matter to us. But the values align with us. So keep that in mind. I ended up saying some more, my bad. Next.
I just want to first off say rest in peace to everybody that passed away already in 2023. And I feel like if we want to move forward as a unit, we all got to make sure that we first think about what do we want to move, like what do we want, to figure out how we can actually come together and actually figure out anything that we want to do. I'm high right now, so this is my rambling. But in actuality, I mean, in all seriousness, don't be bought. Use your own brain. Don't go with the masses just because it's on TV, it's on social media, and it's presented in your face. 9 times out of 10, it's there for a reason. Have a base, have some type of group, and standing for yourself. Question everything. Tupac said that shit. He said, watch it. Don't believe everything you hear. Believe half of what you hear and none of what you see.
The opposite. Half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Yeah. It's presented to you for a specific reason. So,
my favorite.
With your people.
My bad. It's your final thoughts. Finish.
Yeah, let me finish. Connect with your peoples and make sure that you get your family straight, man. I feel like they're trying to make sure that our family units is fucked up. So make sure that your shit is strong. And everybody that's blood is not family too. Meaning that you got people that's around you that's not specifically blood. Keep them niggas close. That's it.
Facts.
Gil Scott Heron. B-movie. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah.
Like with
all of this. Everything they put in front of you is just another piece of the movie.
That's
behind the scenes is all the reality. They ain't gonna show you that. But we think the movies is only in Hollywood, but the whole world is a stage.
All right, real quick. So just to wrap this up, so here's the thing. We gave Sean King a chance. We played his video. We seen what he tried to do here. All I'm asking you guys to do is just pay attention, because they do this shit every 2 years when there's a new election cycle coming up. They use your energy to get people in office who aren't going to do anything for you. Pay attention. Right now, Joe Biden is under a lot of pressure for doing the same thing they've been accusing Trump for doing for the past 2 years, which is concealing top secret documents or some shit like that. Now they done caught Biden.
They got cages at the border bigger now.
Right. Eggs are damn near $9 a motherfucking carton. The motherfucking deficit is through the roof. But a black man allegedly got killed by the police. So we all need to come together and vote Democratic. Same old story. Same old fucking story.
All we got for George Floyd was Juneteenth.
Right. Doesn't get you anywhere. They didn't even pass the motherfucking George Floyd Anti-Lynching Act or whatever the fuck it was called. They didn't even pass that. And that was some bullshit.
Damn. Niggas ain't getting lynched. George Floyd was a lynching. Now we see another one. What's the Anti-Lynching Act gonna do?
I mean, but the bottom line is, man, the bigger idea though, because I'm tired of complaining about the Democrats. Fuck the Democrats. We know who they are. We know why they're here. I want to talk to you niggas. Because the problem lies within you. Stop fucking with the police. It's not going to get you anywhere. When they pull you over, yes ma'am, yes sir, no ma'am, no sir. Here you go, sir. Here you go, ma'am. Write this. That's all you got to do. Now, granted, you could come across that crazy Confederate cop who's going to blow your brains out off the break. But if you do, you ain't got a chance anyway. So you might as well just comply and go home and cut the bullshit. Stop trying to run because you ain't going to get nowhere. It's not worth it. Now, as far as using resources to send mental health professionals to the scene of these type of crimes, it ain't going to work. As long as the hood is the hood and niggas in the hood are operating like how niggas in the hood operate, I would not advise anybody who's not strapped to go up in somebody's business trying to break anything up without having something to protect yourself. It's as bad as I hate to say it, it is what it is. Until our neighborhoods are safe enough for some shit like that to go down. Nobody in their right fucking mind, especially an outsider from the community who can read the newspaper and see what the fuck is going on these blocks, is gonna go into a situation like that without being strapped or without wanting the police. Get your fucking kids out the street and let's get some peace going. Or we're gonna keep, or everything's gonna keep boiling down to that. Why do we have to use violence? Why do the police have to come with guns? Yeah. Niggas. Anyway, that'll be it for this episode of Straight Talk No Chase Live. Also want to remind you guys to do me a favor. If you agree, disagree, or you're indifferent, leave a comment in the comment section below. It does wonders for the algorithm and it will help push the show to a next level. Also, hit the goddamn like button. The like button is your friend. It's free. It doesn't cost you any money. Hit the like button. Also, if you're on YouTube or you're on Facebook, hop over to the YouTube page. Hit like on the YouTube page. Hit the subscribe button. Tap the notification bell and select all. For myself, Kirk Keys, Cosby Digital, who isn't here, the big homie from Detroit. What's your name again, dog? Ed Burry. My bad. Definitely got to have you back. That's it for us today. Peace out. Catch you on the next one.